guys, Elisa Massey here, and welcome to Dragon Age Origins Part 4, I think. It's a little fuzzy considering how long I'd been away, but yeah, because I only recorded one episode and then the codex, and then we had two. So yeah, this is Part 4. So last time we went with Meryl and Fenrirol to the ruins where we had found the mirror. Couldn't find Tamlin, found Duncan, the human who had saved us. And then we awoke some skeletons, fought those. Then we came home, and Duncan is discussing our cure with Keeper Marithari, and we just talked to Har and Pyvel about setting up a funeral for Tamlin. So I guess we're gonna go back and discuss our cure now and see where we have to go from here.
Your keeper and I have spoken, and we've come to an arrangement that concerns you. My order is in need of help. You are in need of a cure. When I leave, I hope you will join me. You would make an excellent Grey Warden.
I would be honored, but how did this come about?
The Darkspawn taint courses through your veins. That you recovered at all is remarkable. But eventually the taint will sicken and kill you, or worse. The Grey Wardens can prevent that, but it means joining us.
Will I be able to return to my clan?
We do not know. But we could not watch you suffer. The Grey Warden offers you a way to survive.
This is not simply charity on my part. I would not offer this if I did not think you had the makings of a Grey Warden. Let me be clear. You will likely never return here.
Aww.
We go to fight the Darkspawn, a battle that will take us far from your clan. But we need you, and others like you.
I am honored by your offer.
A great army of Darkspawn gathers in the south. A new blight threatens the land. We cannot outrun this storm. Long ago, the Dalish agreed to aid the Grey Wardens against a blight should that day arrive. We must honor that agreement. It breaks my heart to send you away, as it would to watch you die slowly from this sickness. This is your duty and your salvation.
Then I accept this privilege, Duncan, if you'll have me.
I welcome you to the Order. It is rare to have a Dalish amongst us, but they have always served with distinction.
I know you'll do your clan proud, Dalen. Take this ring. It is your heritage, and will protect you against the darkness to come.
A valuable gift. So, are you ready to go?
I would like to stay for Tamlin's funeral.
We have much ground to cover, but I cannot deny you that. Say your farewells. Then we must be off.
Come then, Dalen. Before the Creators guide you from us, let your clan embrace you one last time.
He's so nice to allow that. Now this is a mod that I have. This is not common in the game. But I needed it because it's just... it's sad, it's touching, it adds an extra layer to... and Fenrirol is still covered in blood, but it adds an extra layer to what happened to Tamlin. I partially didn't talk through that because it was just touching and also because it was really loud, but it's a mod, but it feels like a scene that was needed. Because otherwise it's like Tamlin was just kind of forgotten about in leaving. This is in the main game, this goodbye. Like, I can't imagine, like, having a place that you've lived your whole life. Or not even a place, just a group of people that you've lived with your whole life and having to leave them and not even knowing if you'll ever see them again. Like, that is so sad.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Cailan, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I'm Kahari, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. You are Dalish, are you not? I hear your people possess remarkable skill and honor.
I thought humans considered us dangerous vagrants.
To be fair, your people can be a bit standoffish. Not that I blame them, of course. I tell you this, you are very welcome here.
Am
the Grey
I?
Wardens will benefit greatly with you amongst them. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the Tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
My very first time playing this game, I didn't trust him. I had this whole theory.
What the king said is true.
Which I'll get
They've
to
won
in a minute.
several battles against the Darkspawn here.
He didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously.
True. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us.
He just clipped
I know
through.
there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens highly.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais.
Well,
He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable.
It's
Our numbers
Orlais.
in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Okay, I know that just auto-saved, but I'm gonna save again. Just because this bridge makes me paranoid. Because when I was having issues with the game, it was always on the bridge where this would crash. And I have a mod that fixed it. But I still don't trust it. I still get really worried on this bridge.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Oh. I have this, like, opinion that if I can make it across the bridge, then the game will be fine. As long as I make it across the bridge. So now, time to see... Aw, we can't look at that. How about... Because there's a bunch of stuff that we can loot. And we'll talk to Wynne first.
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
I am Kahari.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting beside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You've faced Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
We call it the Beyond, but I know of no connection.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
What's the Black City?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
The Chantry says many things.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Fair enough, I guess. At least it's something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions.
Occasionally.
But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Yeah. He does, in fact.
You will not have failed you will have served your Maker. Die in this battle and
Puppies!
before the Maker in the land beyond the Fade.
We must go see the puppies.
This isn't good.
Wait,
I hate to
puppy.
waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
What's the problem?
This is a Mabari, smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed Darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
I'll give it a shot.
Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
Must be very careful not to misclick. The dog looks up at you respectfully, backing down from his aggressive stance. You can see intelligence in his eyes, as well as a great deal of pain. This animal is very ill. Put the muzzle on the dog. Who would kill the dog? Why would you do that?
Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
I might be. Why?
There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white with a blood-red centre.
Where in the wilds would I find this flower?
It usually grows in dead wood that collects at the edge of ground pools. Should be plenty this time of year.
I'll see if I can find one.
Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
The puppy! Okay, there was a chest somewhere. Oh, that chest. Right. Is there anything else I can loot? Well, let's talk to the Ash Warrior. Let's talk to him.
You have business
Elf,
with the Ash Warriors.
what's your
I
name?
suggest you speak to our commander.
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Tern Loghain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Oh, we have to talk to the... Oh, that's the leader.
Maker's breath, another elf. What do you want?
Excuse me? You have a problem with elves?
Not in particular, except for them being so thin-boned. You make good messengers sometimes.
Excuse me?
Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chatter.
You don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors.
What is an Ash Warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
Tell me. Can I hear this old tale?
I am no bard, but I will do my best. Lathias was a claimed tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe. She taught Lathias to use the dwarven battle wrath to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Lathias then taught this to the clan who made him their chieftain.
What happened to him?
Lathias' prowess earned him the love of Morrigannon, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe. When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Lathias was grieved. He sent Morrigannon away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, Lathias slew Morrigannon in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammar that day, and gave Lathias an honored burial in the mountains. And we live by his teachings even today.
What happened to the wife, Skya?
It is said that before the final battle, she returned to Lathias and gave him a shirt of dwarven chain, along with a final night of passion. Then she was gone forever. If she lived on in Orzammar, only the dwarven folk could say for certain.
An interesting legend. Thank you for telling me.
It was an honor.
What does an Ash Warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain.
Sounds
It is
like
a
a
dwarven
barbarian.
discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
Is a dog that good in combat?
A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because he's like, they're trained warriors as it's digging in the ground in the background. Oh man, I love that. That could not have had better timing. Oh. Why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies. But the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
What are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survives the blood? What do you mean, I ask, even though I just talked to the kennel master?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Is that the calling? Was he talking about the calling? Sorry, I know a lot. I know quite a bit about this game up to a certain point. And thanks to a combination of the books, although I've only read the first one so far, the internet, and talks with my friend, who has played all of the games so far, I know a lot about other pieces of the lore, including knowing a little bit about the calling, which I'm not going to go into because that might take some time and we'll find out eventually. May not necessarily be in this game, I'm not sure. But anyway, might end up in the Codex. We might get that in a Codex video. Anyway, I should be going.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Okay, where is... Because there's Davith. If you guys have seen my streams, then you know these guys. There's Davith and there's Jory. And they are both people who are going to be joining us in, well, are joining. Speak to Davith first.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, me and Sir Knight were just betting on what the third recruit would be. Not an elf, yet here you are. The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know about this ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
So what? That wouldn't frighten me.
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now Darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
You forget that I'm an elf and I'm used to living in the wilderness. I'll watch your back if you watch mine.
Oh, I'll watch your back.
Sir! You're a charmer, I see.
That's me. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
And he walks away. I guess we can't have the discussion with him of what he's doing here. We might be able to talk to him when we're in the wilds. I think we can get that information then. We'll not go to the quartermaster just yet.
It is begun.
Because I'm gonna loot a lot. I'm gonna find stuff. I think it's up here this way. Yeah, Alistair's up that way. There's a chest over here. Can we get this far, or are they gonna yell at us because this is where the War Council is? No, the War Council, that's just a sign.
It shall be done.
You're just gonna stand there while I pick this lock. And I love it. If this was like most other RPGs, then that we would have gotten in trouble. But it's not, so we're fine. Okay. I wish that we could, like, click on the signs. I wasn't talking about that chest, was it? Is there anything else over here? Not that I can reach. Okay. So the chest is way far that way. Got it. And who knows, maybe in this journey we'll find Jory. Ah, there. That's why I love the tab button. Tells us everything we need to know.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
Chest first. Oh yeah, and then the, this guy.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
No, I haven't.
I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you. All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
I don't want to be mean. I don't like being mean. But I think this is the only way that I can, like, get a thing. Why would I want to help you?
Because you might want something I don't need. Them circle wizards got a chest they keep things in. Magical things. And I stole the key. That's why I'm here. I got one of them drunk, took his key and tried to sneak to the chest. They assumed I was deserting. I can't use it from here. But I'd trade you for some food and water.
They didn't find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's, come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
I'm not gonna kill him. I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
You got it.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
Well, that's rude. I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So give him yours. So you miss one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
Okay. Do I give him his stuff?
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Well, you're gonna die anyway soon. Here's some food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Andraste is not part of my religion, but I appreciate the sentiment anyway. Can't use the key until... because there's... I think a Tranquil guarding it? But I can't use it until we get back from the wilds.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
I am. Who are you?
Sir Jory is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. I wasn't aware elves could join the Grey Wardens.
Excuse
Those
me?
camped in the valley are all human.
Do you have a problem with that?
No, clearly the Grey Wardens pick their recruits on their merits. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I'm curious about the joining ritual.
As am I. Has anyone told you about it?
Davith said we might be going into the wild. Did he? Only that it's dangerous.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Of course there are more tests. Like, yeah, they bring people in, but they still gotta make sure that you're, I don't know, worthy.
I heard there was a giant bear darkspawn with fangs as big as your arm.
Didn't mean to talk to him. Was it spiky? Because I can tell you, I've fought a spiky bear. Ooh, elf fruit. Let's see, are there any other chests around that I can... No. So let's... Haven't really picked up a lot, but we'll go to the quartermaster anyway. Actually, the only thing I picked up was ice arrows, so that's not even things I'm gonna sell, but... Love crossbows. I want to get a crossbow.
You there, elf. Where's my armor? And why are you dressed so preposterously?
In armor, you mean? Are you mistaking me for a servant?
What? Oh, you're the one who arrived with the Grey Warden.
Mm-hmm.
Please, forgive my rudeness. There are so many elves running about, and I've been waiting for... It's simply been so hectic. I never thought... But please, pardon my terrible manners. I am just the quartermaster, a simple man. No one special.
Rude. Perhaps you should treat your servants more kindly.
Yes, of course, you're very right. Did you come for some supplies, perhaps?
What kind of supplies do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course, to keep morale up, you understand.
Let me see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
A backpack. And a crossbow. Oh, I can't afford the backpack, damn it. Sell that. What's the difference between the splint mail and the chain mail? Nothing, and they cost exactly the same. So let's sell the splint mail. And now we can afford the backpack! Yeah! Awesome. Should I get a helmet? I can't afford a helmet. Okay, cool. So now we'll go up here. And these I'm bumping up to like between 30 and 40 minutes. Maybe like 45. So I'll talk to Alistair, we'll see where we're at, and then I might go back and talk with Duncan, we'll see.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
Hi.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You are a very strange human.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
We haven't met. You must be Alistair.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Kahari.
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
You want more women in the Wardens, do you?
Would that be so terrible? Not that I'm some drooling lecher or anything. Please stop looking at me like that. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
Yes, just recently.
I've only fought them once up close, and that was before the battles here started, which Duncan has kept me out of so far. Tell me, did you find them as monstrous as I did?
Hideous, dangerous, but killable.
You'll be at an advantage then. Most new recruits have never even seen Darkspawn. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
You were a mage hunter?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yes, both of them.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Can I ask you more questions now?
Yes?
Tell me a little about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy, and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
You speak fondly of Duncan.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
I have a few questions for you.
What about?
Tell me about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man, a good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
He seems like a kind man, if firm.
Fair enough. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess. You want to ask me about something else?
Oh, the Grey Wardens.
So I imagine. What would you like to know?
Where are all the Grey Wardens now?
The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley. The King's given us a position of honor at the vanguard, despite our small numbers. I think Cailan is actually excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks that's what his father would have done.
I'm not sure I know anything about the Grey Wardens.
Well,
I
let's
do.
see. Surely you've heard of Weishaupt Fortress? The great eyrie carved into the White Cliffs far off in the Anderfels? That's where the Grey Wardens once kept their griffins. The griffins died out, however, and our numbers have dwindled since the last blight. There's only a handful left in Ferelden. A few more in other nations.
That's all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
This blight Duncan mentioned. Yeah, Duncan. The blight Duncan mentioned.
Of course.
Jesus. So, what is a blight? Where did Darkspawn come from?
You want the Chantry's version or the truth?
Give me the truth then.
The truth is we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten.
Fair enough. What's the Chantry's version?
According to the Chant of Light, the Maker imprisoned the old gods underground long ago, as punishment for tricking mankind into worshipping them. The old gods still whispered to some men, and taught them magic. These men became the Magisters of the Tevinter Empire. The Magisters used their gift to enter the Golden City, tainting it and themselves. They were cast out by the Maker and became the first Darkspawn. They fled underground, bringing their taint to their gods. The tainted old gods were the archdemons who rose from their prisons and led the Darkspawn against the world.
That epic thing of... So that was the first Blight?
Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another Blight.
So where is the Archdemon for this Blight?
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an Archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the Archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there.
Why not kill the Darkspawn when they're underground?
They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven Kingdoms. Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
What is an Archdemon exactly?
The old gods were dragons, so the stories say. Big ones. Intelligent, even. The Tevinter Empire had big statues of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
Why are some people so skeptical?
The Grey Wardens killed so many Darkspawn by the end of the last Blight. People decided they were gone for good.
That's all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
This upcoming battle.
The one tomorrow. I'll tell you. It's Tairn Loghain we should be looking to win it, not the king. Kaelin just wants his place in history. The Tairn is planning the strategy. That's my opinion, anyway. I guess I should be thankful the king favors us Grey Wardens. But I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
Why is it happening here, of all places?
We're at the edge of the Korcari Wilds, the eye of the Blight Storm, right where the Horde will be coming. Ostagar itself is an excellent defensive position. The Wilders were pushed back from here time and again in ancient days.
I don't know if the Eye of the Storm was the best metaphor. Unless you mean like the eye is moving, so we're safe now. And then they're gonna come at us later. Which is there a possibility? What are the chances of success?
I'm sure Tairn Loghain has the battle planned to the last detail. Still, no Blight has ever been defeated with so little cost.
What if we fail?
If we don't break the Horde here, Duncan says it will spread until it engulfs all of Ferelden. Then it will take an alliance of nations to fight it. Which would be bad. Neither the king nor the Tairn really seems to believe this is a real Blight, however.
That's all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
I'm good.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Yeah. Ooh, approval up. So we'll get to Duncan. We won't talk to him yet, but we'll just get there. And then, ooh, no, I should, because Alistair's in the party. I should equip my crossbow. So then I can sell the other bow. I shouldn't sell it if I have all those arrows. I know you've got a Warden's Greatsword, but that one's much better. Okay, those are much better. Even though it... No, I should keep the Greatsword. I should keep the Greatsword. And the chainmail. Because I know when I'm going to be needing them later. So we'll get over here. Save. And yeah, that's going to be it for this time. So if you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Maybe tap that notification bell to get notified every time I upload. See you on the flip side. Elisa out.